We're the Forest City Knit Girls. I'm Carrie.
I'm June.
And I'm Patty.
And this is episode 44.
Yep.
Got
it. Yay. Yeah. It's been about 3 weeks since we last podcast. One thing nice is the weather has changed. You can tell spring is on its way, and I've seen robins, and there's no snow here anymore. Yay.
So nice.
Windy.
Except for like a little random pile here and there.
But hardly any. It's mostly gone. So the days are getting longer, and I don't know, it feels great. It feels great knowing spring is just around the corner.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's like more sweater weather. A couple of days I've gone for a walk and all I've had to wear is my sweater and no jacket. And it feels so good.
That feels good.
Oh, you're braver than me. I'm still wearing a jacket because I'm a baby with like 15 or warmer for me.
Oh, that's coming this weekend.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have nice mid-teens, like 14, 15 sunny days on Saturday and Sunday, I think. So that'll be awesome.
That, to me, that is the perfect temperature. I don't like being cold or hot. So like anything between 15 and 20 is perfect.
It's funny because my husband and I walked last night and I said the exact same thing to him. I'm like, it was probably about maybe 9 degrees out. And I'm like, this is the perfect weather. It could stay like this all year round.
Yeah.
I know you're not the same, Carrie.
I put my flip-flops in the pool open and then I'll be
fine. If I had pool, yes. If I had pool, I'd want warmer weather too.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to be hot to swim.
Yeah, for sure. So we're a knitting podcast and we're from London, Ontario, which is also known as the Forest City. And June and Patty are sisters and I am their good friend.
Yes.
And we're just going to chit chat about knitting and what we're working on and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
So first we're going to talk about our knit-alongs and our we have a couple giveaways to announce this round. Yes. So I don't know which one you want to announce first, Patty.
I think I'm going to start with the year of the sweater. So we're running a knit-along for the entire year. And basically the only thing that you have to do is knit an adult size sweater, and you can enter as many times as you like. We would, if you crochet a sweater too, you're more than welcome to join as well. That's perfectly fine. I noticed actually there was a crocheted sweater in our FOs, which is the same sweater that you crocheted, June.
The granny go round. I saw that too. It's really cute.
It is cute. And then how we're running this knit along is every month we're going to draw a winner from our FO thread and give them a pattern of their choice. And then at the end of the year, we're going to collect a nice big sort of yarny bundle of joy to send out to a winner that will pick from the same thread, the FO thread, but at the end of the year. So
I like that.
Anyway.
A bundle of joy.
Yeah, a bundle of yarn joy. So we just finished February, so we randomly drew a winner from the FO thread, and the winner is M's Little Nest. And Carrie will post the name on the screen.
I will.
So congrats.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That was the Tanya, right? Her sweater?
Tanya, yeah.
So pretty.
Very pretty. So I will get in contact with you through Ravelry, and you will be able to pick a pattern of your choice that we will gift you.
Nice.
So I think that's it for that knit along. It's pretty straightforward. All the information's on Ravelry. Yeah, and we look forward to seeing your sweaters.
Yeah. I really enjoyed looking at them, and there are quite a few already.
There are.
Yeah, lots of inspiration.
Yes. I'm just going to say that. My queue is growing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So the other knit along that we're running right now is called Waiting for Spring. And we are running that until the last day of March. And basically it's a knit along, or it's a make along actually, so you can crochet as well. Or you know, any sort of making kind of thing. But enter anything that reminds you of spring. So it can be like the color of your yarn. It could be something you want to wear in spring. It could be anything, anything at all, really.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. So there's also quite a few FOs already in that thread as well. So it's nice to see. It's some of them are really cute. I noticed lots of spring looking socks, which are nice. What else? I think somebody posted a little knitted teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
Really cute. Yeah.
That is cute.
Yeah. So it's fun to see.
Yeah, it's such a good time to start knitting socks too, because now you can show them off.
That's true.
Not wearing your big winter boots anymore.
No.
Exactly.
Show them off in your flip-flops.
Yeah. In your Birks or.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Like I have a lot of jeans that are, you know, my spring and summer jeans are like cropped a little bit, like the short ones, and it's so nice to have a little ankle peeking out.
Nice.
Yeah. So probably maybe next podcast. It'll probably be in April. Yeah. So so that knit along or make along ends on March 31st. And then we'll announce the winner in the first podcast that we do in April.
Awesome.
Yeah. Lots of time to get some things in there.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything big.
No.
So as long as it reminds you of spring.
Yeah. I knit the Granny Go Round. That was my spring knit along, because that to me reminded me so much of spring, but I'm working on another one and I can't wait to show you guys because
nice.
It's so springy.
Another Granny Go Round?
No, my shawl. A shawl.
Oh, I see. Yeah, nice. Okay, so the last one that we're running right now, and we have this one that is ongoing, is our pet photos and stories thread, which we love to look at that thread because everybody posts amazing cute photos of their pets and all sorts of pets. We've seen chickens, we've seen guinea pigs, there was a snake. So everybody has their pet that they love, and we love to see all the photos of them. For this thread, every month we draw a winner that we also gift a pattern of their choice to. And so our February winner is Chester Cat.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
The picture's so cute.
It is. I'm in the picture.
It looks like he's peeking around looking at you.
Yeah. Because she said that her cat likes to watch the Forest City Knit Girls as well. It's really cute.
So cute.
So I will contact both of the winners on Ravelry and gift you the pattern of your choice. So congrats.
Awesome. Okay, who wants to talk about what they're wearing? I think you both have FOs that you're wearing.
We do. Do you want to go first, June?
Sure. Okay. So I finished my throwover of my revised colorway, which I absolutely love. So this is a pattern by Andrea Mowry. I'm going to stand up a little bit. So there it is. It's, oh my gosh, I love it. I thought it was going to be too small, and I thought it was going to be too tight because it felt kind of tight. And then I also thought it was going to be too short. But then I was like, oh, I have to go on a diet. And but after I blocked it, like I soaked it for a good hour and blocked it, not aggressively, but just, laid the stitches all nice and flat, and it's perfect, the perfect fit. I love this sweater. It feels so good.
It's beautiful. The color.
Yeah, it is. I love it. I love your color choice for that sweater. It's so nice.
Me too. I actually got inspiration for the colors from another project on someone else's Ravelry project, and I'm trying to pick different colors too, like, so it's not
What
always
was your original pick for the main color?
Oh yes, I did really like my original pick. It was like a stone gray for the main color, and then these three it was what was it? It was the aqua, the darker blue, and then like a really dark blue. But the wool wasn't, it was a sport weight, and I didn't realize, I don't know. And then I thought, well, maybe I could make it work, and it didn't work. So yeah, so I bought this main color. So this main color, it's just a numbered color, so there's no name for it, but it's Cascade 220.
It's
awesome. Like kind of a burnt orange, maybe.
It has red in it though.
Maybe, yeah,
like,
or
like almost a burgundy red. Like not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Se,
yeah.
but
okay. Yeah. It looks a little bit different in person. It looks a little bit more orangey, but
you know what I think it looks like is maybe like a cranberry color.
Yeah, cranberry. Yeah,
that's what it
is. Mm-hmm.
It's
and
really
then, nice. Thank you. And then the color work is Drops Air, and I don't know the colors either, but they're it's wool and alpaca and acrylic in that. And so it's a really soft, it's like a blown yarn, and it has long fibers, so it gives it kind of a fuzzy effect against the Cascade.
Is it just 2 contrasting colors?
It's 3. Can you see?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend this pattern. It was quick. I knitted in 2.5 weeks. Not knitting, like just not overly excessively knitting. And yeah, and it because it's worsted weight, it's kind of a fitted, like it's fitted in the sleeves, so you only have, you knit down to 40 stitches, and then it's 40, so there's not a lot of stitches on the needles for this sweater. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Good job, June.
Thank you.
What did you do, Patty?
I finished my simple stripe sweater by Suvi Knits. I love it. It turned out so nice. It's like, it fits like a sweatshirt. Like, I just love how it feels. This one took a little bit longer because it used fingering weight. So of course it's going to take a little bit longer to knit, but it was fun to knit because you were alternating your colors throughout the whole thing. It's a top-down construction. It has like the raglan sleeve in here. You can tell like it's a little bit oversized on me, which I kind of wanted because just something to throw over, if you're walking the dog or whatever. But so it looks like that.
Oh, it's so cute.
So cute. I love the pop of green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the purple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they look nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy with it, and I love the fit. It's not. I made it too long initially, so I actually knit about this much longer. And I put it on, and it was just so much stripes. I'm like, I will never wear this sweater like this. Like it came past my butt. So I ripped it all back, And I'm glad I did because I really like it now. In the pattern, it calls for the bottom ribbing and on the sleeve to knit the last row double and then flip it in and stitch it along the inside. And I tried that, and the yarn that I used for the sweater, it just didn't look right. If you look at other people's projects, it looks great on their sweaters, but for the whole scarn, it just didn't lay right. It did. It went like that. So I ripped it all out, that part as well, and just did a normal 2x2 ribbing. And I think it turned out really nice. The neck is a 2x2 ribbing anyway, so it goes with the sweater anyhow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. And I know it takes a while to knit a fingering sweater, but they are so comfortable to wear.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, all sweaters can be, but they're just very easy to wear.
Yeah. And it's all holes that you used for it?
It's all whole scarn in the Tides base. So it's the wool silk base. And the colors are the Raven, the purple is Orchid, Bloom is the light pink, the light gray is Seagull, and the green is Forest.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. Super happy with it. And if you don't like stripes, this pattern is still great just to, I would knit a plain colored sweater with this pattern. Yeah. Because I love how it feels. It's so comfortable to wear. I'm super happy with it.
That's awesome. So even just using it as your basic raglan fingering weight sweater pattern.
It's perfect.
Good to know.
I actually like looking at your sweater. I'm like, oh, I want a striped sweater like that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It was fun. Doing the stripes was really fun. And I didn't, it was a project, I did put it away for a little while because I was working on a test knit for another designer. But I didn't have any trouble picking it up again because I was so excited to knit the stripes. Like it just keeps you going, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just going to get to the next color.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'd be good too. Like if you have a bunch of single skeins of fingering weight yarn, like random ones to put a color scheme together and do stripes.
So fun.
Yeah.
If you go to the project page for the Simple Stripe sweater, you will get so much inspiration from looking at everybody's stripes and the color combinations that they put together. It's so much fun. Anyways, I highly recommend this pattern. It was fun to do. Yeah.
Very nice.
What about you, Carrie?
I am wearing my super simple summer sweater by Jovi Locatelli, which I think it was like last summer I knit it.
Yeah.
In the Leo and Roxy, what was this base?
The like wool cotton.
Wool cotton, natural colored base. Top down construction. We've talked a lot about it. We all wear them and we all love them because they are super comfortable. They have the split hem at the bottom.
Yeah, we all knit them last summer. Each of us knit one.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Carrie.
It's literally one of my go-tos. I wear it every week.
Yeah.
So, and it's lightweight. Like what is this, worsted? But it doesn't feel worsted and heavy at all because of the cotton, right? So there's
good point.
Wool cotton blend in it, so it's a nice, like, easy sweater to throw on with anything. I love it. It's my favorite. Colorways, they don't have names; they're just numbered because it's their natural colors. But yeah, and we've said before too, if anyone's looking to, venture out into sweater knitting, this is a really good sweater to start with.
Yeah.
The pattern's really well laid out. It's very easy to change the stripes and follow along and everything about this. I would actually knit another one of these for sure.
Yeah. I've knit too. And I would do another.
Yeah.
It's a great pattern.
And the same with yours, Patty, with your simple stripe sweater is you could knit this without the stripes if you wanted, the way the pattern's written. And it's such a well-fitted sweater. Like it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great.
It looks great. I love the colors that you did, like very neutral. And yeah, I love all of ours.
Yes.
Mhm.
I was wearing mine earlier today.
Dean and I work for the same organization.
Yeah.
I had a meeting earlier today, and when we logged into our Teams meeting, we had matching sweaters on.
You're kidding. That's funny. That's awesome.
Because I was like, oh, a nice sweater. But we wondered if anyone else on the call noticed.
I was like trying to, no, don't look.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But our different colors though. So,
It
hopefully.
would be hard to tell if you're not a knitter. Like, I don't think we had any knitters on the call with us, so they would have.
No. That's funny.
What about FOs? Who has some FOs to share?
I do. Do you, June?
Just the sweater.
Okay. I have one, and I showed this on the last episode, but I was making my husband a hat, and it's called Cabled Columns Hat by Stephen West.
So fun.
I haven't blocked it. I think it'll look like, it seems like this part's separating a bit, but I think if I block it, it'll go more like that, right? So I should block it. Anyways, he likes it.
So nice.
Cute hat. It's kind of big on me, but I'd still wear it. He loves it. I had to hunt him down to get it today. So I could show it. It was it's not that it wasn't a simple pattern to do, but it was a little bit time consuming. For one thing, it's got a 5-inch brim, so pretty long brim.
A lot of ribbing.
It is a lot of ribbing. And then these stripes here are not just stripes, they're cables. So it's might be a little bit hard to see, but no, can you see it?
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and then it's a 4 pattern repeat, but every row is different. So you have to make sure you're following the rows correctly. And then of course the cable, like that's a lot of cabling, but it was worth it because he loves it. So
Can I see the crown?
oh yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
Love it. It looks so warm.
Pocket.
Nice.
Yeah. So the yarn that I used for this hat is Knitting for Olive in the double soft merino. The dark color is called Deep Petroleum Blue, and the light color is called Dusty Petroleum Blue. Oh, it's a nice contrast.
Yeah. Very nice.
Love it.
That's all my FOs.
And Carrie, that's the same color as the hat that you recently knit your husband, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And he wears it every single day.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's awesome. It's nice to have knit-worthy husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except he's not allowed to put it in the washing machine.
Oh.
Remember that one when I did
Yeah.
that, he threw it in the wash and it was felted hot. So he said that to me, and he came downstairs with the wash the other night and he was like, "Can I put this in the laundry?" I'm like, "Do not put it in the laundry. Good for me." So.
Well, husbands don't just do that either, because I did that recently. Remember the 3 of us knit the rug? Yeah, it's like child size now. It's like so, and it wasn't from putting it in the wash. It was I went to reblock it, so I wet it and everything, and rolled it up, and it's really thick yarn, so it was still really wet after I rolled it up in the towel and everything, and I put it in the dryer with no heat, and it was in there for like not even 10 minutes, and I pulled it out and it's like it would fit a 3-year-old. But they wouldn't be able to move though. It's so thick.
Oh,
Anyway.
it'll make a great pair of mittens or a hat.
Yes, I need to give it to you so you
Yeah.
can do that for me, June.
Are you getting another rug?
I don't know. I might. I don't know. I'll decide that later.
That's again another one of my favorites that I wear a lot of.
If I did, I think I'd use Lopi like what you used. Because yours is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have FO, Carrie?
No, I have not. I did knit a lot in the last little while. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. I gotta get my knitting mojo back on. I just have a whip.
I have a hoe. So before we move on to
well, I have a hoe too, but you can go. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, go ahead. Oh, that's pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah. So I cast these on a long time ago. I can't even remember when I did cast them on. And I think I had about this much on my needle. And then the last couple of weeks, I picked it up again and I finished one of them. I don't have the other one on the needle yet, but I'll do that this week because I'd like to get them on the needle right away, or I may never knit it. So anyway, super fun. The pattern that I used is the Rye Light sock pattern by Tin Can Knits. So it has, you can see it has like pearl bumps across the front of the foot. Mm-hmm. It's a top cuff down construction. How I knit this, I didn't do the heel that was in the pattern. I decided that I would do a forethought heel. So I had the yarn here to saving the stitches to go back to the heel later. So when I finished the foot, then I picked up the stitches for the heel and I just knit basically a toe for the heel. I don't even know what you call that kind of heel, but it was exactly what I did to cast off the toe is what I did for the heel. I did add in a couple extra rows to make the heel a little bit wider though. Mm-hmm. I chose black because there's a lot for the heel because there's a lot of colors in the yarn itself.
So pretty.
Oh yeah. Is that a ginger snap yarn?
It is. So the yarn that I used, the pretty speckled variegated yarn is ginger snap, and it's her
Panda Party?
Best fingering, and it's her Panda Party. Yeah, you would know. You knit a sweater at a Panda Party, didn't you?
No, it was Electric Party.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Everything's a party at Ginger Snap.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one's Panda Party. And then the yarn that I used for the heel is the Leo and Roxy 80/20 sock in mixed steamy.
It looks perfect.
Love that.
Yeah, I thought I really just wanted a plain heel with it.
Yeah.
Because it just makes the main color kind of shine, right?
Yeah. And how do you like the fit of the heel?
Amazing.
Good.
Like it fits perfectly. I put it on before I put my sock on after I finished the cuff and the toe and everything and had the heel back on the needles just to kind of gauge how big of a heel I needed to make. And I did it perfectly. And I wrote it down so I know what to do for next time.
Good.
So this is the Panda Party by Ginger Snap.
Love it.
Pretty. I love all the colors in there.
And then the mixed steamy.
That's such a nice colorway too, mixed steamy.
Yeah. They go well together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's my hoe.
I'll show my hoe then.
Okay.
So I showed it in its skein the last episode, but I had ordered the Ginger Snap pixelated fade sock set.
Right.
So,
oh my God.
Pretty.
That is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. It was so fun watching it like change colors. Because like even in the top part, there's still like black speckles as you go up, but then they disappear. So it's cool how they did that.
Oh, nice.
And I just did a
Beautiful.
tube sock again because I didn't want to break up the fun fade on it. So it's literally just a tube sock.
Nice.
It's not as long as the Shirley Bryan ones that I did. I still have woven in the ends there, but yeah, so it's not as long as, and it fits perfectly. It's like a slouchy sock, which I wanted.
Yeah.
But I'm also I love mismatch socks. It's my thing. I don't know what it is. I also never like sorting socks. So on like commercially bought socks, I just throw them in my drawer and then I just grab two. I don't care if they match or not. One could be polka dot and one could be plain. I don't really care. So I'm making these mismatch. So I started with the
cute.
purple on the toe. So they'll be opposite.
That's fun.
That is fun.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Will be black, but.
Nice.
So it's a lot of fun. So, and I was saying this to Patty a few weeks ago when we were chatting. I don't know what's going on with my knitting and socks, but my tension is off on like where I join. So I was using, it was on the Shirley Bryan socks. I was using my Knitter's Pride Zings, and I've always knit on 2.25 needles for that. And I was getting ladders, and I'm like, why is this all of a sudden happening? All my other socks don't have ladders, and all of a sudden I have them. So I switched to double pointed, and I was still getting ladders. And then Patty said, try your chai goose because the cord is thicker. So
It's
I said, okay, I'll do that. And I'm still getting them.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm still getting. Can you kind of see how it's?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know what I'm doing. And then I was looking up on YouTube, and Very Pink Knits was like, you're either pulling too tight or you're being too loose. I'm like, well, that doesn't help me because I feel like I'm just knitting the same tension all the way around.
I don't have any.
So I don't know what I'm doing wrong all of a sudden because it's never happened before up until now.
Now the cord on the needle that I used, it's Chaigu as well, but it seems like it's super, super thin.
Yeah, it's that yours is thick, Carrie. Mine's like really, really thin, like a wire.
It's really thin too.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
they have
like loosening up my tension, and then that made it even wonkier. And then I tried tightening it up, and then I don't know what I'm doing. I need to like focus and figure it out because it's never happened before.
Weird. That is so weird.
Yeah.
If anyone out there has any tips, I mean, I'm still gonna wear them. I don't care if there's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it might block out too, right?
Yeah. For sure. Anyways, my mismatched socks. I love them.
And so cute.
Ginger Snap pixelated fade.
I really want a pixelated set.
I do too.
They try to order one with her next update because they go fast.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay attention.
And this was the set that I got was the mini skein set. So it's like a half skein, right?
Oh, okay.
Versus the full skein. So I'm just knitting whatever's on that skein, and that would make that. Instead of the full skein where you have to split it in half or you end up with giant socks. So it's like a perfect size sock with those mini sets that she has.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it is. So you just knit until you're done. Like you've literally no yarn left.
Maybe like this much left on the first set before I switched to the cuff.
Okay.
I just used it all and then like switched to the cuff and did the cuff.
I love them.
Yeah, I do too.
I need some of that yarn in my life.
Me too. And I was thinking like you could make the tube to try tube socks. And if you really didn't like the fit of the tube socks, you could just do afterthought heels. Like just try it and then see if it fits. And I might do that.
I like the tube sock. I don't mind it because when I'm wearing socks, I usually have like my slippers or something on with them. So they're not sliding around or anything, right? They fit just fine. However, I'll still do heels on sets that aren't fade sets.
Right.
So,
yeah.
My next pair will have a heel.
Nice.
That's it
We'll
for
do anything to avoid heels. No, just kidding.
Yeah. I don't mind doing heels. So
I don't mind
I'm
either.
okay.
And I love heels, but I just like how the fade doesn't get broken up by a heel this way.
Right, right.
Same as for stripes. It really bothers me when the stripe thickness changes when you're doing a heel gusset. And which is why I like doing afterthought.
Right. Yes. I was just going to say that with the afterthought heel, it's much easier to not have that happen. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice.
How about you, June?
I don't have any other finished objects. I have a couple whips.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love this one so much. It's so fun. So this is my painted pebbles. I did another one. So this is a painted pebbles shawl that Patty released, I don't know what, three or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it is such a fun shawl pattern. It's fun to knit. And I love wearing it. It's like, for me, I really like the size of it, and it's a good spring shawl. Like, I wear the one I made all the time because it's not too heavy, and just wrap it around my neck a couple times, and it's got the nice triangle. Anyway, I knit another one. I'm knitting another one. I bought a full moon fibers kit, and it's 1 skein of slub yarn and 1 skein of fingering together, and they're alternated. Isn't that gorgeous?
I love that highlighter yellow.
I know.
Can you bring it a bit closer? It's blowing out a little bit.
How's that?
Yeah.
I can't. Okay. Is
That's
that good?
nice. Yeah. Yeah. I think once you get to the thicker stripes, you'll be able to see the colors really, really well, but that's really fun.
I love it. So this is the one. Yeah, I think it's blowing out. I'm going to take a picture outside tomorrow and we'll put it in. So this is the slub, and I think it's called Opal. So it's just like, it has, I don't know. It looks like an opal. Like, you know how opals are soft and they have like little bits of pink and orange and yellow and little subtle colors? Like, that's what that is. And then paired with like highlighter yellow, which is, to me, such a strange combination. But it works. Like, I would never have picked this myself, but I was so attracted to trying it because I'm like, I have to see this. I have to see how this works, and I love it.
It is very nice.
I think that's opal.
The full moon fiber kits that they put out for the painted pebbles shawl were stunning. Like, so beautiful.
Yeah, I bought another one too. I know we all did, but I have it. But
I bought one, I must say. I did buy one.
But this is my other spring knit along, because to me this just is so,
for sure,
bright and springy and happy. Yeah, I can't wait to wear it.
Nice, June.
Thanks.
What about you, Carrie? Do you have whips? A whip?
My only item to show, except my acquisition. So you guys keep going, and I'll just admire.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll show one, June. Maybe we'll alternate.
Okay.
I really wanted to try. I got a couple of the Rose Hill sock sets. I think you ladies did as well. And I really wanted to cast one on. I don't know if I've knit with the Rose Hill before. I love her colors. I look at her yarn. I bought her yarn. But I decided I'm just doing like a vanilla sock, and I decided to cast this on.
Ooh, those are
cute.
Nice.
Yeah. The colorway is called Deeply Rooted. And so this was a full skein of color, and then this was the mini that came with it. I think it's not spring-like, but you know, you grow vegetables and stuff like deeply rooted. It could be.
Totally.
It's not like real spring colors, but I mean, it kind of goes, right?
Gardening.
Yeah. So this is the Rose Hill label. Yeah, and I specifically wanted to I did a pair, the what was it? The Cozy Knitter Advent sock 2 at a time. And I specifically wanted to do 2 at a time again, because I like the fact that when you finished, you're completely done. You don't have to cast on another one.
Yeah.
It probably is, it's not quicker by any means to knit 2 at a time, but it's very satisfying to have 2 finished socks at the same time. So yeah. So I think it's pretty.
What's your stitch marker?
My stitch marker, I'm trying to think where I got that. It's a little bird.
Aww.
I'm pretty sure I got it from Little Bat Knits, and she has a site on on Etsy and sells all kinds of stitch markers, and she's out of Toronto. So
Cute.
yeah. So that's one of my whips. Do you have another, June?
I do. I have one more. So I'm knitting a pair of socks too. And this is the Arnie and Carlos colorway. They're Regia yarn. And I've got this like a year ago. It was at the Arnie and Carlos get together that we had.
At Little Red Mitten, right?
Yeah, it was at like Little Red Mittens. Our local yarn store sponsored this. I don't know what it was. It was like a town hall.
It was in the old train station in St. Thomas.
In St. Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I've been wanting to, and this is their Mountain and Fjords colorway. So as you knit it, it's developing a little bit of a pattern that's supposed to kind of look. Can you see that? Can you see the mountains? Stretch.
Sure can.
Yes. But it's kind of fun. I like it. And I'm doing a pattern that I've not knit before. I'm actually doing heel, or I'm doing the gusset heel, which I don't often do nowadays, but I'm looking forward to it. And this is it's a free pattern. I think it's Oma's socks. Yeah.
So is the heel that you're doing the square heel?
I don't even know. I haven't looked that far.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why I picked this pattern. I think because we used to call our grandma Oma. So it was just like, oh, Oma socks. Yes, I need those.
Cute.
And they look nice. They look like just nice traditional socks.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I don't know how to tell if it's a square heel. Like by reading the pattern, I don't know how to tell.
Right.
I'll send it to you. And that's it.
Nice. So what do I have? Okay. So I know June's talked about in the past about a hat being a nice palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was having a lot of lack of inspiration with my knitting and everything the last couple of weeks. And I think it was because I was so focused on my whips. So my palette to inspire me is not a hat, it's a sweater.
Yay!
I just was so happy to cast this sweater on because literally I had no inspiration. I think that's the back. So
that is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nice? So this sweater is called Magnolia Bloom, and it's by Camilla Vad. She has a couple other sweaters, I think, she has a cardigan with the same sort of pretty bauble lacework design.
Wow.
And then I think she has a child sweater. So she's used this design a few times in her patterns, but I've always looked at it and been like, I love that so much. The reason why I cast this one on though is because it uses Aran weight. So I knew it was going to be a fairly quick knit. So what I've done is I have Paired together, it's a light gray and Cascade 220 heathers. And then I paired it with 2 strands of the Knit Picks Loft in their hand painted mohair. And it's just given this like really interesting sort of, so the gray is actually just light gray, but then the mohair
is creating the pattern.
It is, yeah.
I've never seen that before, where the mohair does.
Oh, I didn't know what to expect. So this is what the mohair looks like.
Nice.
Yeah. And then this is so just these 2 together.
Okay.
But I'm holding another one of these with this all together. So it's 3-stranded. But yeah.
Is the neck or the collar turned down? Like, did you knit it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, that looks
so yeah. So you knit it double what you see here. And then you actually knit the stitches together before you start the yoke. It's a really well written pattern and very easy to follow. Because when I was kind of reading ahead and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that, but it was super easy to follow. Like, you shouldn't be. And her bobble instructions are really good. And look at these bobbles.
They're so big.
Yeah, they're huge. Anyways, this is my palette cleanser. Usually awesome. It's a hat, but this time a sweater.
So Patty, your mohair that you used, so is it a hand-dyed mohair?
It is.
Okay, so that's why it's got that like the inconsistent look, which is purposeful with hand dyed. Like, that's what makes it nice and pretty,
right.
Not just a flat. I've always wondered what a hand dyed mohair would look like paired with plain yarn. So I'm glad that you did that, so I can see.
I had no idea what it was going to look like.
It's
now
really
we
nice.
know. Now we know.
She was happy you experimented first before she did, so she knows what the outcome is.
Yeah, I'm good to buy it now. I was waiting.
I don't mind being the guinea pig.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. And once you get past the yoke part that has all the detail, it's just so simple to knit. Like mindless knitting, I guess.
Nice.
I have a couple others. The one that I'm going to show, I just cast it on this afternoon, but I always use the leftover yarn from a sweater project to make a hat. So I have paired 3 of the colors in this sweater, the purple, the dark gray, and the light gray. And then with just some pinkish mohair, this color mohair that I had left over from another project. So I put them all together, and I'm knitting the Twist Miss by Espace Tricot. I know you've knit that one before, Carrie, and really liked it. So yeah, so that's as far as I got. I'll probably have that done, but by the time we podcast again. And then the last one is a new cast on. This one is not for me though. My daughter has asked me to make her a sweater, and I have a little bit done. I just cast it on a couple of days ago, and it's a bottom-up sweater. So this is the bottom.
That color is so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. So
she picked it.
Wow.
It's all going to be that color. It's Barocco Vintage in the colorway Misty. And then the sweater that I'm knitting is the Capsule by Shannon Cook. And it is all the stitch design. So it is not going to, it's going to take me a while to knit.
Yeah.
But I have it on the needles finally. So, because she asked me months ago.
You're a good mom.
I love knitting it though. Like it's just nice to have a project that it's like a process knit instead of a product. You're not going to whip through this one, but you just slow yourself down and just take your time, and it's kind of nice, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, that's all my whips.
Wow, you did really get your mojo back.
I did. Yeah. Yeah. I really did.
That's good.
Yeah.
So Carrie, you know what you have to do then to get your mojo back? Knit and cast on that sweater.
Yeah. Cast on a sweater. I know. It's pretty ridiculous.
I feel overwhelmed by whips sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, part of my problem is I usually don't get overwhelmed by my whips, but I organize my whips and have them all like in a big basket. And I'm like, I'm only going to knit on my whips and concentrate on them. And then that overwhelmed me. Like, I can't do it.
No.
I need to cast on something new.
Sure.
I am definitely a project knitter, not a process knitter. Like, I mean, I enjoy the process, but I want to get it done. So I'm typically monogamous. So I don't have that many whips. I do it, and then that's all I want to do because I just want to get it done.
I get to a point that I just want to get it done, but I also like enjoy dipping my toes into many options.
I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which maybe my palette cleanser, if we want to switch to acquisitions, might be my next Painted Pebbles, because like Patty mentioned, we all ended up getting some new kits from Full Moon Fibers.
Oh,
so
that's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And this just like, I just want to knit this.
That's as hot as it gets, right?
As hot as it gets. And then Cherry Bomb is which is not me typically, this color.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
But it's so pretty.
So as hot as it gets is the slub yarn that I used in one of my samples.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
So yeah, I actually thought about it the other night when I was getting frustrated with my ladders in my sock, and I'm like, well, maybe I just wind this up and start my next Painted Pebbles.
It just makes you feel good. To cast on something new. It's so exciting and makes you feel good.
I know. So it was nice. It was awesome to order this, and they were so quick to get it to us. It was amazing. And then they also gave us a little extra gift, which was super sweet. So this is called Good Luck Charm, and it's a sock set.
Aww.
And I love it.
That's pretty.
So this might be my next pair of socks too that I
Awesome.
There you go. I might as well, can I just show mine too? Because I got the same. Okay. So I got this one, and this is, I don't know who I'm pointing this to. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
So this one is Into the Forest. So the slub is Into the Forest. I know, I just love it. It has like kind of a mossy green with pinks and purples. Excuse me. I just see. And then, excuse me. And then this is, thank you. This is Verdant. And I asked them because I keep seeing this on their website. They're peony pink, and I never get it in time before it sells out. So I just asked them if they could dye one for me and add it to my order. So they were so kind and did that for me. So because I just love this color. It's just, to me, the perfect color of pink. And the set that they gifted me is called Pocket Friends.
Aww.
so pretty.
So pretty.
Nice.
And what did you get, Patty?
Okay, so I also ordered one of the kits for the Painted Pebbles.
That's pretty too.
Isn't that nice? This is very spring-like. It reminds me of like lilacs and pansies, and so actually lavender. This is called Lavender Fields, and then the purple is called Purple Blur.
Aw, pretty.
So nice.
It looks like a periwinkle shade of purple, like
It's a little more purpley than that though.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite so blue as periwinkle would be.
Are you going to use it to knit another Painted Pebbles?
I may. I think it would look really nice.
I feel like if you knit that into a Painted Pebbles, you might have your daughter stealing it from you. I don't know why, but I see her in those colors.
Totally. She would love it.
Yeah.
She's very knit worthy though, so I probably wouldn't mind knitting that for her. So Allison and Jessica from Full Moon Fibers, J. Henry Designs were so generous, and when they sent my yarn to me, they also sent me a sock set as well, which I forgot to bring with me, but also they sent some nice prizes for our subscribers.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So at some point we will do a draw and give some of this away.
Maybe some of that can go for our bundle of Yarn Joy.
I was thinking splitting it and saving, like this or something, and put it in our big prize for our sweater knit along.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we'll figure that out. But thank you so much, Jessica and Allison. You're amazing.
Yeah, definitely. What are the colorways of that one?
Oh, okay. So this one is Moonrista and Orangey Curious.
Oh, so nice.
And then this one is Potpourri and Ornate.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I did a little more shopping with the girls, and they recently had a 1-year anniversary for their business. And they had, they call it the first voyage collection, I guess.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they had this bag.
That's so nice.
By J. Henry Designs. Isn't that nice? It actually looks like the galaxy with stars. That's so cool. And this is the yarn.
Ooh.
Pretty.
First voyage as well. And I've seen photos of it knit up, and the yarn somehow looks like it's like a galaxy with stars. It's very cool. Anyways, they're awesome. They're awesome makers, and they're awesome girls.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Yeah, for sure. Any other acquisitions?
I have a quick one. Do you guys have anything else? You do, Jim?
Yeah.
You want to go first then?
Sure. Okay, I'm only going to talk about this because I don't know if anybody's following other podcasts. The Grocery Girls are doing a Comfort Fade Cardi knit along that's launching tomorrow.
Oh.
And so they're partnering with, I don't know the whole deal, but they're partnering with La Bien-Aimée and with Andrea Mowry. And tomorrow night, if you look at their, actually, by the time this is posted, it will have been a couple days in already, so forget that. But anyway, I'm joining the knit along, and I did already knit a Comfort Fade Cardi a couple years ago. Patty Carey and I bought kits from Neighborhood Fiber Co. Beautiful yarn. I really do like mine, but I didn't gauge swatch, so it doesn't fit exactly how I want it to fit. So I've always kind of wanted to make another one, but I didn't want to spend as much money. So I got Barocco Vintage DK. So it's like knitting the Comfort Fade Cardi on a budget. I picked it up at London Yarn, our local like in-town yarn shop. So it was easy. I just drove out there, picked it up, and these are going to be my colors.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, that looks really good together.
So it's kind of a fade, like the grays fade, and then a pop of this, like, it's called fuchsia, but it's more of I'd say a purpley pink. So I'm going to fade it from light to dark And that way the collar will be the pink. Like,
oh, nice.
most prominent. So it'll add that splash of color there. Yeah, so I'm really excited to cast on.
Fun. That's awesome. So I have stuff going on over there.
We're running outside here, so
yeah. So I placed an order with the Knitting Loft, and I ordered some yarn to Caitlin Hunter just came out with a new sweater. It's called Cavat, I think. And it's a really pretty sweater. It has like lace work on the bottom and then some color work on the top. So I ordered some yarn. I think I'm gonna use these colors from the Knitting Loft. And this is in the Ulysses. It's the same one that you're doing your test knit for, Carrie, that yarn. But anyways, in my order, I had this amazing notebook.
oh, cute.
What does it say?
So the company who makes them is Oh Wow Amsterdam. It's homemade, handmade. So the bind, like the cover is all handmade. It comes with one of those page keeper strings. And it's just blank pages.
Nice.
So I know, I thought that was so sweet that they put this in here. And I was thinking like I would like, you know, a notebook specifically to kind of keep notes when we're doing podcasts, because I find sometimes, you know, I forget, you know, about things. So I thought, well, I'm going to use this specifically to start writing down information for each podcast.
And you know what would be fun? Then you can look back to see what we looked at.
Yeah.
Like a little memory book.
So I have my notes actually, because I knit a lot of notes. But I thought that was amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you to Bruna and Maria for sending me this. I love it.
So nice.
Yeah. And if you haven't checked out the Knitting Loft, they are a yarn store from Toronto. They have an amazing website, and I frequently shop there because they always have stock, which is amazing. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's it.
That's good.
Yeah.
A lot of knitting and a lot of acquisitions. That was a good one.
Right.
We're back on track.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll need my palette cleanser for sure. I'm gonna
definitely be get back on track. Yeah.
I think you should cast on your painted pebbles with that amazing yarn, and that will get you.
You definitely should.
I think so too.
That's so pretty.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Was that everything we needed to cover?
I believe so. That was quite a bit.
I think so.
So I guess I'll just mention right now that I will have show notes on Ravelry. So if you're interested in anything that we talked about, it'll all be there in our Ravelry group. And oh yes, and I will contact the winners for our draws on Ravelry as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, we're still doing Zoom because where we live, we're in Canada, in Ontario. Our vaccination rollout's been a little slow. it's coming.
Getting there.
It's getting there. But so we're still in, what are we?
I think we're in orange.
Orange.
We're color coded in Ontario, so we're
yeah.
It isn't too bad.
No.
Once the weather gets nicer and more manageable, we'll definitely be getting together outside to podcast again, because that's a lot of fun to
for sure
outside safely and all of
that. And we're allowed to do more outside than we are in. It's still hard for us to have people in our houses because they're telling us kind of not to do that, right?
Yeah.
So once it's nicer out, I mean, we cannot wait to get together and podcast and just spend some actual real time with each other.
All right. Well, until we podcast again in another couple weeks, we hope you're all having a good few weeks and enjoying the change in weather wherever you are as the seasons change. And enjoy your next couple weeks. Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Bye.
Bye.